What's keeping him this week? I don't understand. Brand new set. Where's Francis?
I think he's re-looking over the Champions League highlights there.
Oh. I'm coming, guys. I'm coming. Who tripped me? Who tripped me?
Francis.
Who tripped me? Did you trip me?
I wouldn't know anything.
Nah, somebody tripped me.
No, it's nobody. Oh, you just watched the Arturo Vidal.
It's a bit embarrassing.
It's a bit embarrassing, yeah. Cari amici sportivi, welcome to yet another edition of Red Card Weekly, here where we mostly speak about SerieA, sometimes some international, sometimes some European. And yes, we're not professionals, nor do we pretend to be. Yes, it was Arturo Vidal, but to my left, Francis. On Saturday, I did like Vince last week and I had a nice Corona, because in the end we put 4 past Hellas Verona. Colo Giacomo. To my right, I have Steve. Once again, my beloved Milan had to come in and battle from behind. Get rid of people because my words ain't gonna be too kind. Polino? And I am Vince. Birsa e Matri non sanno fare in difesa il muro e così non si può andare davanti, io sono sicuro. Tavares. You guys saw that wall over there, like they forgot to, like, when you do a wall, you actually have to try to stop the ball. You don't have to get out of the way, you know, but that's another discussion.
We'll get it, we'll talk about Milan, but let's start with our Campionato leaders. La Roma today. It seemed like they would drop a few points, maybe not lose the game, but draw. But again, Roma finds a way to win the game. But credit to Udine that came out to play. They came out at speed against Roma. They attacked Roma. But Roma prevails. And who comes through? Bradley. It seems like Garcia has the magic touch right now. Whatever he does seems to work.
It looks like he knows exactly who to replace when he's got to replace the injured players. And I think that, guys, last year, these are the games that Roma would fail to, like, you know, miss some points, maybe a tie here, and they prevailed. Once again, they prevailed. And yes, with no Totti, with no Gervinho, the attacking flair wasn't as there, but they still got it done.
Exactly.
And and it wasn't a bad Udine team, guys. No. They haven't lost at home, what, in 2 years, I think?
It's been a while. They are to be at home. And guys, we could see that Roma, with Borriello up front, is not the same team. They cannot connect, they cannot get their game moving.
Because what?
Are they in trouble, Steve?
Watching the game today, I had to admit that I really thought that they were going to drop points, especially after the red card. They seemed to be looking for someone up front who was not there, and that person was Totti. Like we said, Borriello, it's not going to be the answer. We know. The journeyman, it's just not for him to play striker, I have to admit. But Garcia, he really has the Midas touch. Bradley, I think it's his first appearance this year.
No, I think he started the first couple of games, but he hasn't played in a while.
But once again, I think we could sum it up, guys, is that they got the job done. Even, bruised and battered. So kudos to Roma. Let's see, they did tie Capello's Juventus' record of 9, starting the season with 9 wins. And you know what? Hats off to Roma. And I think we can all agree here that we wouldn't be mad. I think we'll be actually happy if Roma does continue like this and actually wins this Scudetto this year. So.
But they have to lose a couple of games.
Yeah, just a couple.
Elsewhere, guys, Napoli wins 2-0 on 2 penalty shots. Yes, they were never really threatened by Torino. But what worried me about this is that the second half, Napoli could have killed the game. They countered with numbers, they had the chance to put the game away. I saw some selfishness from some players that tried to take on 2-3 guys when they shouldn't have.
Well, that's what happens when you're a Napoli team that's filled with a lot of talent and a lot of people who demand ball. Now, I have to disagree. I think that Napoli today, they were lucky with those 2 penalty shots. Because more than those 2 penalty shots, they just created half chances that were just not going to get them anywhere. If they were not up 2-0, I think Torino was going to have a bit more confidence and maybe they were going to challenge them. But today, the big disappointment for me today is Lorenzo Insigne. Yeah. Lorenzo Insigne today, again, has a chance to take over and to be on the starting formation for Rafa Benitez. And again today, whenever he had the chance, he did not bury it. He did not create more than he's usually able to create.
Yeah, an open goal.
It was a bad game. It was not a great game.
But they still, in the end, you know what, it wasn't a great game for them. And we did notice that Hamsik has been playing a little more deeper. And it looks like the first games when Hamsik was playing a bit more attacking, there was a bit more creation. But yeah, they won. They won again. And never penalties.
One player, I think we have to confirm that, yes, it's a good signing, Mertens.
Yeah, no, yes, today looking in play, it's, but which place is he going to take? right?
Well, in the rotation with the Champions League and everything, I mean, he shows that he belongs and Benitez could trust him.
Definitely. So Napoli, let's see if they continue.
To sum it up, the two top teams this week, they won, but they won ugly.
Not in great fashion.
Exactly, and this is a problem for teams chasing them like Juventus, Inter, Fiorentina. When these teams like Roma and Napoli are not losing these ugly games, it's going to be hard for them to drop points.
And you mentioned Juve, today they played Genoa, 2-0 at halftime. Genoa was never a real threat, guys.
No, that's why we're not. You know what? We're not gonna sit here and go, oh, well, it was a dubious penalty, and they shouldn't have got the penalty. Genoa, if Genoa would have had a battling chance, it's 1-1, and they get that penalty at a 2-1 right outside the box, inside. They never show up. Absolutely not. Juventus had complete control of the game.
Could we agree that after the midweek result, we kind of expected Juve to come out strong and to dominate this game and to win this game?
But they had no choice.
If there wasn't a couple of saves by Perin there, this game could have been at least 4-5-0.
Oh yeah.
And guys, can we say that Tevez has been the best player for Juve
on that goals, like that movement is okay. Yes, you're playing against general defenders, but he's
still have to do it.
He's you know when you see his physical presence and his the way, like you see, he's lost weight. He's a much different player than when he was at Manchester City. So yeah, for now, even though yes, we hate to say it,
you know why he's a different player? Conte doesn't make them golf.
Guys, let's talk about Inter. Technically, they were playing a team that was in front of them. Not a better team, but Verona is a surprise package of SerieA this year.
Yeah.
They have some good players. And let me tell you guys, I am pissed off at Mandorlini for the way he set up this team. To think that you would go at the Meazza, sit back 11 players on top of your box. Guys, they were deep in their own half, thinking you would survive. And Verona's a better team than what they showed, guys.
But they attacked Verona.
The first 20 minutes, there were no...
The first 20, yes. It's
the
like
game was played there.
It's like they changed game plan after 20 minutes, but Verona at one point, guys, when it became 2-1, then it was a 3. They kept on attacking, they kept on believing, and in the end, Inter deserved to win 150%.
Yes, but we have to say that Inter let them back into the game.
That's what I was
Because there was no way Verona was even close to this game.
No.
Verona this week got brought back down to earth.
Yeah.
This is the Verona that unfortunately you're going to see against the top teams, except for a team like Milan, because they're going to meet Milan again. But unfortunately, Francis is right. They changed their game. They went there scared for I don't know what reason. And they got themselves out of the game in the first 20 minutes. Managed to pull themselves back in because Inter led them in. And then Inter put the pedal to the metal once again and blew them out of the game.
But defense, there's still some issues to deal with at Inter.
Big time, that's what I want to say. Without Samuel and Campagnaro, Inter's going to concede a lot of goals.
Yeah, and that's why I was saying, like, yes, it was a Verona, but if it was any other team, I don't know, are you going to be that team that's going to have to score 3, 4, 5 goals every game?
But that's what it seems. And you know what? Inter seems like they're capable of doing it. Alvarez is a different player. Guys,
Yeah.
Inter creates a lot of chances.
Can you explain me something?
Yeah.
Why does Mazzarri, looks like he's mad when Inter scores?
We've been talking about this in the beginning. I have no clue what's going through
He's
this guy's
stressing
head.
out, he's sweating.
We tweeted about it. Say the truth. We tweeted about it. It's total garbage. The screaming of the players during the game. You want to organize the team, and he's done a masterful job of organizing the team. But once you put those 11 guys on the pitch, by him screaming and yelling, and even when they score, grabbing someone by the neck.
But the guys, they love him. They love him. Nobody has spoken bad about Mazzarri.
But that's just as much of the garbage as you get from Allegri too.
Okay, you want to talk about Allegri? You know what, guys? We want to talk about Allegri. And you know what? Guys, Milan didn't start very well. They were losing 2-0. They came back 2-2. It took an extra time free kick for them to lose this game. Yes, they shouldn't have been in this position. And for the first time, Allegri didn't have the magic luck that Milan pulled a result at the end. It's the first time this year it really bit them in the ass.
It's the first time in 2 years it bit us in the ass. Because this goes back to last year of all the times. Yes, we came back, we tied games, but this is ridiculous. After a performance that we'll talk about against Barcelona, which personally I was very surprised. A 1-1 draw. They really played. They put it all out there. You know, as a coach, that you will have a down. It's obvious. It happens in every sport. It's logic. What's the point of not starting Kaká?
Was he tired because of the midweek game?
Oh my God!
It's Kaká! It's Kaká calling! It was top team, but it's Kaká calling!
Kaká wants to know why he didn't start, guys. That's what he wants to know.
Guys, honestly, what I'm trying to understand is we're looking at Kevin Constant for the last couple of games where he's been more than piss poor. And I'm like, but you have Emmanuelson on the bench. That's his preferred position.
But
Then you have
Emmanuelson
Kaka.
has been piss poor.
Exactly.
No, but Kevin Constant?
He hasn't been that bad.
Today,
Okay, yes,
Biabiani
absolutely.
completely embarrassed him off that flank. He's absolutely horrible. And if he has these games like this, that you have no problem taking out, you have no problem taking out Poli when he's having a pretty good game. You have no problem taking out Kaká when he's having Why are you keeping Kevin Constant on the field? Take him out, warm the bench for a little bit, and you know what I like? You like to try things. Put Emmanuelson, maybe he's gonna have a good game.
It's all that we can sum it up by saying this is all the mirage that is Milan. Kevin Constant on the back line of Milan sums it all up.
Makes sense. Guys. And again, the guys that we've been bashing score again for Milan. This week was Matri and Silvestre that we haven't spoken about because this guy doesn't even deserve to be on the field.
Let's add Cassano too, because he decided to score two.
No, Cassano deserves a call-up on the national team. I'm sorry, guys. Okay. We'll talk about Fiorentina that won 2-1 today. And Quadrado saved Fiorentina today. It was a great performance.
I'm going to tell you someone else even more who saved Fiorentina. Montella saved Fiorentina.
Why?
During the week he said it. He goes, we have to control the emotional rebound from the Juve game. As soon as they went one down, Montella took over.
They won against a team that I can't pronounce. They're in the Europa League 3.
That doesn't even count. We're not going to even count that.
Yeah,
But that might hurt them, guys. The Europa League is not the best thing for Fiorentina.
It's not the best thing, but I'm so proud of Montella because he called it at the beginning of the week. He knew. He even looked past the Europa League game. He said, we need to control the emotions from the Juve win. It didn't happen the first half, but he still ended up getting the result. Us, we have Milan as someone
but
who unfortunately did not control.
But you know what's the difference? Montella has just retired not too long ago. He's one of the greats. He still knows a player's mentality.
Yeah,
and you could tell.
And obviously I was laughing because leave it to Italian media. Quadrado scores 2 goals as soon as the game was finished. Anche il Bayern Munich con la Juventus cercando Quadrado.
Quadrado's going everywhere.
Quadrado's not
he's a $25 million player all of a sudden.
Okay, Lazio quickly was playing Cagliari. We don't know the score. It was 1-0 last time we checked.
Yeah.
Close that score.
Lazio, hopefully they do win this game, but they need we discussed
not
last week.
hopefully. Sorry to cut you off. This is a big time. Need to win this game.
You guys think Petkovic, if he doesn't come out with a result?
Apparently he gave his resignation.
No,
and
Lolito
said no.
This is like Eddie Rea all over again.
Exactly. What the story's coming out at Lazio with the coaching job? It's 3 years. Coach is resigning. Lolito doesn't accept the resignation. They're getting fired. It's a big mess at Lazio.
That's why we discussed it last week. They need not only a win, a convincing win, just to bring back that a bit of emotional and a morale boost for the team. Because if they're gonna go today, let's say against Cagliari, and you do a 1-0 or a 1-1, right? You got to start from scratch. And I don't think Petkovic is a problem. Honestly, I don't think.
But it happens to Milan too, and we don't get.
But that's it. But not this week.
Yeah,
Isn't Lazio playing Milan midweek?
Yeah.
So we'll see more.
It's a big
both
test.
teams desperate to win midweek.
How come Allegri doesn't give in his resignation? I'm pretty sure Berlusconi
would
accept it beautifully.
You're talking about Allegri resignation. We'll talk about Champions League and the way Milan answered and the way they played against Barcelona. Kudos to Milan. Guys, I have to admit, I was really impressed. Milan wanted this game way more than Barcelona. They fought for every ball. Yes, Barcelona's a better team and everything. They got more chances. You know what? In the end, I wish that Milan would have gotten that win. And you know what's the proof that Allegri hasn't lost this dressing room? The way Kaká performed, the way he ran back, covered. This, I think, is a sign that Allegri has not lost this dressing room.
Yeah, but then in midweek, he does that, and you see Kaká, he looks like a gazelle. His strides are long and fluent, and you see that the 60 minutes that he played were 60 beautiful minutes of Kaká. To keep your dressing room, this weekend against Parma, he needs to be on again.
Maybe not for the whole game, but at least give him the first half. Because as soon as they came in, as soon as they made the changes, Poli and Matri, like the way, just change it. You have to always wait until you're down 2-0, but
he did it with Rubinho. Yeah. Rubinho had a fantastic game against Barcelona.
Yeah.
We have to say, that's a long time I haven't seen Rubinho play like that. Today, against Parma, he starts. But you start Bisa as well. Today against Parma. What does that tell Kaká?
But if I'm a Barcelona fan, I wouldn't want to play Milan again in Champions League in the later rounds because this seems Allegri found the key to at least neutralize them at the Meazza.
I think maybe Barcelona looks at Milan and maybe not taking us too seriously, because like this team is, yes, they're Milan, but let's be honest, guys, we're what? How many levels more down from
Yeah,
Barcelona?
but I think really Barcelona.
In the end, both teams deserved. For me, it was a deserved tie because I rewatched the game 3 times, and the chances from Barcelona. Amelia did. Hey, when I give my input,
He made
I
some
like
big
to make
saves,
sure-
yes.
Made some pretty good saves. Robinho's miss, yes, but in all, I think what we want to keep from this match was a great performance. But si bisogna la continuità. We
A
need
great
to continue.
team performance. It was played as a team.
Yeah,
Because I thought it was a performance Milan could build on, but from what I saw this week against
That's what
Parma,
happened.
it's a bit sad.
Go to Juve, because that's what I want to talk about.
Let's go. Juve finally, Conte decides to try new formation, 4-3-3. Fantastic first half. Yes, Juve were down 2-1, but I really liked what I saw from Juve in that first half. Unfortunately, you have a ref that doesn't understand the situation he's in. He doesn't understand what level he's reffing. Guys, this is a big matchup. Real Madrid, Juventus, you have to understand, and your decisions that you make have to reflect the impact of that game, guys. What a horrible call on Chiellini. Yes, it's a foul, but to give him a card, we know he's already on that card, to kick it, come on.
For me, I told you guys this, right? I was really impressed by Juve. I didn't think they were going to come out battling the way they battled. I wasn't impressed with Real Madrid at all. I didn't see Real Madrid like really pushing.
Yes, they were bothered. They were bothered.
Yeah. But the way I look at it, trying to look at it this way, the way I'm looking at that actual foul, that forget this, it was obviously diving Cristiano Ronaldo, it's like he got shot in the face. But the way I looked at it as Chiellini, Ronaldo's about to get burned. 100%. Chiellini's about to get burned. Ronaldo's going, and you can see Chiellini's really pushing him out of the way. He does no attempt for the ball. That's my personal opinion. I thought he was going to get another second yellow card and still get red carded. But the straight red didn't make any sense because
It's a rough call. You know what? It ruined the
It's
game.
a rough call. It's a rough call. But once again, Chiellini in that position, you know you're on the yellow. You shouldn't be.
He has no choice. He has no choice. They teach you that. He got in between the player and the ball, and that's it.
He could have
Chiellini did the right thing.
Let's do this, guys. Let's reverse the rules. Let's say it's Sergio Ramos going down the line against Tevez, and Tevez flops like that. What are the papers writing about? They're writing about Tevez flopping like that.
Absolutely.
Cristiano Ronaldo flops like that. There was not one paper that said he's a flopper, he dives, he's a play actor, he's bad for the game. How come that doesn't happen to someone from Real Madrid?
Guys,
It happens every week, and every week it happens, and he's probably going to end up on Real Madrid.
but he didn't get the call against Barcelona this week.
No,
And that was an actual
And that was an actual penalty.
But not only that, it happens week in and week out in the English Premier League with Suarez, where they crucify him for diving and someone who takes punishment. But when Cristiano Ronaldo does it, nothing happens.
Yes.
When Messi does it, nothing happens. Why are the rules different for those two players than everybody else?
Just unfortunate for Juventus because we won't know to what extent the 4-3-3 really worked. Guys, I think they could have gotten a result out of that game.
I find that if this 4-3-3 formation would have been used not for the first time against a team like Real Madrid, I actually think they would have had a better chance to have Ogbonna play his second game of the season against a Real Madrid.
They didn't have a bad game.
But no, what I'm saying, imagine if they would have experimented with this, like, for the last 6 months.
Maybe.
For what I've been saying for the last couple of months, for me, Juventus, I think this is what it's going to come down to. If they do
Guys,
qualify,
we don't have much
then
time
they'll
left. Napoli, not much to say. They won in Marseille. Big win.
Very big
Because
win.
Dortmund beat Arsenal, so this group is wide open. They have to win, and they have to beat them again at the San Paulo.
They're all tied at sixes.
6 points. So that should be, you know what? I think that's. Can we consider the group of that? No?
It is a group of that. You can't get more than that.
One team with no points.
Yeah, but you have three top
teams with
teams.
six.
But top teams, come on.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
If that's not a group of death, I don't know what a group of death is.
So next game is Marseille.
Marseille again, and they have to win, and then they could probably get qualification. But really interesting group. Quickly, guys, our red cards of the week.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start.
Okay, go ahead.
It's just to SerieA players in general, guys. It's unbelievable now that every time there's a foul, the foul gets contested. Players are questioning it. Obvious fouls. Guys are running in the right. What, me? I didn't touch. The guy, what happened? It's too much.
That's just SerieA. Did you watch the last
I'm talking about SerieA, guys.
Okay.
The whole mentality has to change because this is just, it's over-exaggerated now.
It taints the game.
Look at my count today. Totally fouled the guy for the second yellow. He's looking at the ref. What did I do? I didn't do that. Come on.
Like Vidal. It was looking how come
Vidal, yeah.
Steve, you want me to go or you go?
My red card goes to the line judge that UEFA put on the line. In the Serie A, the line judge stays on the line like this, with Nespresso, Cornetto, today was in Napoli,
Yeah.
doesn't make a call. In the Champions League, they make calls. Especially at the Bernabeu. Oh yeah, it's a penalty. You grabbed him by the neck. he grabbed me there, rigor, this, that. How come the rules are different in Europe and in Serie A?
Didn't he call that penalty shot, the penalty like 30 seconds after like the ball was already out? I was like, oh, the judge.
Oh yeah, it's the line judge guy. He could wake up whenever he feels like it. They might even happen one day that they'll continue the play. It'll be down the field, but the line judge will say, "Wow, I think that was a penalty. Let's bring him back."
We get your point, Steve. Quickly, Vince, is already over our time.
We're already doing Mino Raiola, Il Pizzaiola, that you like to talk all the time, that you're talking about Balotelli. I think it was a mistake bringing him to Italy. There's too much stress, you know, I see what he goes through. Maybe I should get rid of him and put him somewhere else. You're saying that his life is stressful, and you by saying this, it's going to be less stressful. Why don't you be an agent like everybody else? Shut your mouth and stop talking to the media because it's not for you. Go back and make pizzas.
You're stressing me. I'm going away from this.
Okay, make sure you don't fall over there like Vidal. Guys, we'll see you guys next week. Ci vediamo alla settimana prossima. Ciao.
Ciao, ciao.